Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Nikki Styling Her Curves. I am Nikki, and here on my channel we focus on fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and really just all things fabulous. If this is your first time stumbling across one of my videos, please be sure to click that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and you'll be here catching the good vibes. Also click the notification bell so that you're aware whenever I post something new. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll put my handle right here in the corner just so that you are kind of up to date. I post there very regularly, and I also post a lot of like fashion, looks, beauty, all those kinds of things. So if those are things that you like or you're interested in, then make sure that you follow me there so that you're up to date with me. Okay, so for today, I'm actually going to be doing a video that I kind of was on the fence about, like, should I make it, should I not? Because I feel like there's definitely a lot of positive things that come along with the subject, but then there are some negative things that come along with the subject. So I'm actually going to be having cosmetic surgery tomorrow, less than 24 hours from now. So on September 16th, I'm going to be having a breast lift and a slight reduction with no implants. And I decided that I was going to make this video because while I was kind of considering if I wanted to do it, I felt like there was not that many videos on YouTube about this subject, and I was actually kind of surprised by that. But I guess it's, you know, it's something that's definitely private to many people, but I felt like I just kind of wanted to share my journey and just share whatever information that I could. I do see that there are plenty of videos on breast lifts and breast implants, but I didn't really see much information on anything that didn't include implants, just a couple here and there. So yeah, so the first thing that you might be wondering is, why are you choosing to have this procedure done? And I kind of would have to give you a little bit of a background on my history. So I do have 2 children. With my first son, I did breastfeed. With my second son, I did not breastfeed, and that's because he was in the NICU for a while, and it just didn't work. That's one reason. Another reason is because in 2016, I did have VSG weight loss surgery. If you were following me on Instagram for a long time, then you would know that. But if you're not, or you're just unaware, then there's that. So I had weight loss surgery in 2016, in which I lost almost 100 pounds. I did gain some of it back, but I feel like I'm in a comfortable space. Like, I'm comfortable where I'm at. I could probably stand to lose just like a couple more pounds. That's just my personal choice. But I feel healthy and I feel good, and I feel like I'm maintaining where I'm at. So with losing that large of an amount of weight comes having extra skin, and that's just how it goes. So, I mean, there are some people who don't, you know, have loose skin after weight loss. And then there are some people that do. That's based on genetics. That's based on, you know, your exercise regimen and all that good stuff. But that, I guess, maybe I'll make a separate video on my kind of weight loss journey at some time. But right now we're focusing on my plastic surgery that I'm going to be having tomorrow. So because I lost all of that weight, I have all this extra skin, and it's particularly in my breast region, and I just don't care for it. So if you know me, then you know that I am, you know, I'm like a happy, fun, and like energetic type person. So it's not, and I'm also like, I have a lot of self-confidence. So it's not about confidence. It's just about like, I don't like the way that certain clothes fit me, or like I have to like work around, you know, my boobs, and I'm just kind of tired of it. I'm over it. And I know that there are many, many things that are out there that are supposed to kind of like help. So there are certain bras, there are certain tapes, and unfortunately, I feel like those are geared towards people with a certain kind of sagging breast. But if you have a breast that sags and it has extra skin on it, there's no like getting around that. Like, I can't remember what the name of the thing is, but like you kind of like put it on and then you like stick it and you like pull it up. But if I was to do that, when I pull it up, like it's like all this extraness there and it's just not cute. So it does limit some of the things that I can wear. Obviously, I know my body, I know what looks good on my body, and I definitely recommend that everyone dresses to, you know, fit their style, fit their personality, and fit what actually looks good on their body. That's what I do myself, and so I'm able to pull off a lot of things and kind of just work around it. But I'm not interested in having restrictions anymore. I want to be able to wear that top, you know, that has the back out. I want to wear that low cut item that I can't put a bra on, that is lacing up in the front, lacing up in the back, however it is. And I just want to be able to do it. I'm at a stage where I can afford the procedure, and so I'm going to go for it. So that's what's going on tomorrow. So I live in Connecticut, and I'm going to be having surgery here in Connecticut. My surgeon is Dr. Stephen Smith. I'm very trustworthy of him because I have dealt with him in the past. And also to give some additional background, so I was considering going overseas or out of state to get the procedure done because, as many of us know, there's, you know, it costs a lot of money, and there are, you know, some reduced costs if you go to Miami or if you go to DR, for example. Those are just two places, but I'm pretty sure that there are more places that you can go. I know you can go to Colombia. There's a lot of places that you can go to have cosmetic procedures done at a reduced cost. And I did research those options, but those options did not feel like the best options for me. And I'll give you a couple reasons why. So first, with Miami, in order to have the procedure done, I had to have a certain BMI and I had to lose like a certain amount of weight. And it was a certain amount of weight that I didn't feel comfortable losing. So as I said, I've lost 100 pounds or almost 100 pounds. It was like 92 pounds. And I know what I look like at a certain weight. And I don't care for that look. That's just not something that I want to look like. I've looked like that. And then when I did look like that, I felt like, okay, I like myself to be a little thicker, a little curvier. That's my personal preference. And I felt like if I lose that amount of weight just to have this surgery, then I'm kind of going to regret it. Plus, because I didn't want to have implants, I felt like if I got down to that weight, I wasn't going to have enough breast tissue to comfortably have just a natural breast lift without implants. I felt like I would lose all my breast tissue and then I would end up needing implants, and that's not what I wanted. So Miami got X'd off the list. Then DR, they did have a weight requirement, but it was something that was feasible for me, that I felt like if I got down to that weight that I would be okay with. But once I started kind of thinking about the cost, so in my mind, if I'm going to go to DR, I'm going to kind of like do everything. Like I'm going to do the whole package because they do multiple surgeries without issue. Whereas here in the US, it's kind of like you can do this and this or this and that, but you can't do like all this and this and that. But in DR, you can go there, you can have like a full mommy makeover, and you can have your breast work done, you can have your abdomen work done, you can get your butt done, all of that. So that's why I was considering that. But then once I started calculating the costs and I started seeing how like everyone was getting BBLs, I felt like that was not the route for me. I feel like I have enough curves, booty, hips for my liking that if I wasn't to touch it, like I would be okay. I don't feel like, oh, I need to go and get a fat transfer. I felt like it's just not what I need. And I'm kind of also concerned that if I go and I get a BBL, like, because I'm like already thick, like, I don't want to end up with like a butt that is like crazy big, and then I'm having regrets and all that kind of stuff. So I'll do follow-up videos to this video, obviously, once I have the surgery, and I will probably pull up some screenshots and just share like what the price was for Miami, what the price was for DR, and then what the price was that I'm going to be paying. But in the end, I kind of just decided that, especially also with COVID, I wasn't really sure if I felt like traveling. But I was kind of just like, there's no really cost, like, it's not that much of a cost difference for me to stay here local in Connecticut, have my surgery, be sent home the same day, and, you know, be in the care of my family, versus me going to DR, having surgery, having to pay for flights, having to pay for a recovery house, and having to pay like those costs. So it kind of ended up being a very similar price. The only difference is with me being here in Connecticut that, excuse me, I won't be having any work done on my butt, but I'm okay with that because I'm cool with my natural butt, and it is what it is. My focus is really mainly on just getting all this extra skin off of my boobs and getting me right. Yeah. So let's see what else I can think of. Yeah, so as I said, I'm having my surgery here in Connecticut, and they will be really, just to go back a little bit more on kind of my journey in like researching this process. So I also was considering doing a breast reduction through my insurance company, and that did not work. So essentially what happens is I went to my surgeon, I went to my doctor, and basically what you have to do is you have to explain to them why it's medically necessary for you to have a breast reduction, so that they know that it's not cosmetic, so that they know that it's medically necessary. So you need to prove to them that it's medically necessary. And through that process, they had me going to physical therapy. They had me doing a whole bunch of steps, and maybe I'll make another video on that process. But in the end, the only way that insurance was going to pay for me to have a breast reduction was if I basically took off a certain amount of breast tissue. And my doctor basically told me that if I was to take away that amount of breast tissue, I would basically have no breast left. So my doctor did not recommend to do that. My doctor's like, unless you want to have like basically no boobs, then this is not the best route. So that's why I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pay for the out-of-pocket costs, because I know that my doctor can give me the results that I want. And essentially what I want for him to do is to remove the excess skin, lift my breasts, bring them a little bit closer together, and even them out, because one of my breasts is larger than the other. That's normal. I'm sure that any woman that's watching this video is aware that it's normal to have one breast larger than the other. But I feel like the difference in size is too much. It just doesn't make sense. So if he's going to go in there and fix some things, then that needs to be addressed. But yeah, so this was kind of just a quick video to kind of share, you know, some information with you that I'm going to be going on this journey. I am a little bit nervous because my surgery is less than 24 hours away, but I'm not that. I'm just nervous to know what is going to be the level of pain. I'm not nervous where I'm like, I've had, just in general in life, I've been under anesthesia and had surgery, and I trust, you know, the physicians that I'm dealing with. I trust the hospital that I will be having surgery at, because I will be having surgery at an actual hospital, not at like a small facility. And so I trust them, and I'm not scared that I'm going to be like hurt or injured or something like that, but I am just concerned what is going to be the level of pain that I'm going to be dealing with. But yeah, so that's all that I have for now. Once I have had surgery, I will make another video. I will try to kind of like vlog tomorrow as much as I can. Due to COVID, there are some restrictions with, you know, how many people can be in the hospital. So I'm kind of like gonna be alone. Like I'm going to be dropped to the hospital, and then I'm just going to be in the hospital. Once my surgery is done and I'm ready, then they are going to contact my husband to come and get me, and then he's gonna pick me up. But yeah, so I just wanted to kind of make this video just to kind of even document for myself how I'm feeling. And then there will be more videos to come because I'll be explaining to you guys about my level of pain. I will share with you before and after pictures. At some point, I will share with you what is the cost of my surgery, and I will also share with you any supplies that I needed during this process. So I do want to thank you for tuning in and watching. I hope that this was helpful, and definitely leave some comments below if you have any questions, so that once I kind of get into you know, my recovery stage, that I can, you know, note them and make sure that I'm keeping a track of whatever it is that you guys want to know. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Make sure to subscribe below. Turn on that notification bell so you are aware when I do post the update on this and other videos. Like I said, I do make a lot of fashion and beauty content, and I'll see you next time. Bye.